Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Let's start with today's stories. Am I the idiot for refusing to give my daughter a kidney because she said she doesn't care if I'm scared? My 38 female daughter, 21 female, is suffering from kidney failure. We have been estranged for 3 years, and it was due mainly to the fact that she was taking her health issues, as well as her fights with her dad, 38, male, and stepmom, 31, female, out on me. I spend hundreds of my husband, Ethan, 49 male, and I's money on making therapy for my daughter, but she has remained bitter and difficult. Ethan and I have 2 kids, 9 male and 11 male. I had to give up quite a bit in terms of career prospects, due to my first pregnancy. My parents also disowned me. But then Ethan helped me get a degree in accounting, and also a real estate license. I have connections from Ethan that are helping me do nearly 6 figures in real estate commissions, and I just joined an accounting firm that hired me based on the client connections I have from Ethan. Now I am working 50-hour weeks, but love it, because I am finally earning 6 figures, and Ethan's business is also at a place where he can work at home. My daughter at this point was mostly low contact since she turned 18, but now she's back because she needs a kidney. I made the mistake of letting friends know about her situation, and everybody I know from my mommy groups from when my daughter was born, started dogpiling on me saying, "You gotta do this, mama," and like I'd be held down to get my kidney. Because of this pressure, despite Ethan saying no, I went to the doctor and found out I was a match. I tried to reach out to my daughter's dad to see if he's a match, but her stepmom had apparently already called her screaming that her dad was the provider for her and 3 kids, so how dare she ask this of a father? My ex said that his duty was obviously to his wife and minor kids, so no testing for him. And so, he and everybody else just wanted to be my kidney. I tried to communicate to my daughter that I'm afraid of surgery. I was too new to take that much time from work, so I'd likely be working while in pain. She replied asking, "Doesn't Ethan make a lot of money?" I told her again how risky surgery was, and she said, echoing my friends, "I don't care, this isn't about you." I was so furious from that conversation, that when I went to see the doctor and the doctor asked if somebody was coercing me, I told him that at this point, I'd rather die than continue to serve my ungrateful rude daughter. I said, I indeed felt coerced, and if I did it, I'd probably have burning resentment towards the recipient and the doctors, if I woke up in pain. The doctor immediately said I am therefore not a compatible donor, and that I should never feel like I'm a prisoner. I told my friends and Ethan this, and while Ethan just asked if I was okay, and that the boys and he needed me, my friends were furious and tried to shame me online with, "What kind of mother posts?" They are insisting I go back and say I was lying, and I've changed my mind. To sign something showing I wasn't coerced and get it notarized, if it's what it takes. Am I the idiot? This is all so sad. Normally I would say that no one has any obligation to undergo a surgery, any surgery, including a transplant surgery if they don't feel comfortable, even if it is to help someone else. And I understand that you are afraid, but God, it's your daughter. It's going to save your daughter's life, and you're really not going to do it, if you are compatible? That is so weird, and sad, and tragic. There are so many parents in this world who would give a vital organ that they couldn't survive without, so that their children could live, and you wouldn't even give an extra organ to your kid? And your husband agrees. And also your daughter's dad doesn't want to be the donor either? He won't even get tested, because his wife won't let him do it? She doesn't let him try to save his own daughter's life? Am I really understanding all this right? My God, what is wrong with you people? You guys suck. I feel so sorry for this girl. It is obvious that none of you care or cared about her, which must have been the reason she went no contact with you. Probably what happened is that when you and her dad got married with your respective spouses, and started new families, she was probably neglected, pushed aside, dealt like she was a burden to all of you, and who knows what else, and she knew it. You guys suck. Oh, and I also wondered if OP would be this cautious and afraid of being a donor, if the person in need of a transplant was one of her other children, or her husband, or someone else. I have a feeling that she wouldn't. You're the idiot OP, you're all idiots. The fact that her dad won't even get tested is crazy. Imagine your parents arguing over who doesn't want to save your life. So, I wonder which parent will pay for the daughter's funeral, since she won't be getting a kidney, or will they argue about that too? Everyone saying, "Not the idiot," is not a parent. And if they are, they're not a good one. The mom is a compatible match to donate a kidney to her dying daughter, and OP is making it all about herself and refusing to save the life of her own daughter. I would lay down my life if it meant my kids could live, without hesitation. Everyone saying "not the idiot" is a sociopath. You shouldn't have shared the information with your circle. It was your decision. The doctor immediately said I am therefore not a compatible donor. You didn't need to let anyone know that the lack of compatibility was due to your unwillingness. That's also no one else's business. No one has an obligation, nor should they. But this post is insane. Her 21-year-old daughter is dying, and she spent a paragraph and a half writing about how much money she earns. She started having conflict with her daughter when the daughter was a teenager, and as OP points out, stressed about her organ failure. "I'm scared of surgery, I know you're dying, but I'm new at my job and might be in some pain while working." No one should feel pressured to donate, but this woman has a very, very low level of empathy for her child. Also worth asking, would she do it for her other kids? As I understand it. 1. You had a child as a teenager. 2. That child apparently has been having health issues for some time. 3. You went no contact on her the moment she was legally considered an adult. 4. Somehow, you're considered the victim here, and the daughter is wrong for feeling neglected by two parents who clearly don't give a f about her health, and took her anger out on you both for not caring about her health. You two are absolutely awful parents who have replaced your first child with your new families. The fact that you think you deserve any sympathy shows your lack of self-awareness. Oh, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This helps the channel, so I really appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for having my daughter do guy chores and telling my wife to stop babying her? I am married to my wife and have 4 stepkids. We have been together so long that I consider them mine, and really, I am the only father figure they know. Bio dad is not involved at all, they all call me dad. Now the oldest is 15, and the youngest is 8. The 2 oldest are guys, and I taught both of them stereotypical guy chores, fixing cars, cutting grass, etc. I started teaching both of them when they were about 10. My daughter Annie just turned 11. When she turned 10, I did start teaching her more hands-off stuff, since she was small. She is bigger now and stronger, so we had our first lesson on cutting the grass, and how a lawnmower works. She did really well. I was a little worried that she would lose control of the mower, since she is still short, but my fears were unfounded. She did the whole yard, and I'm quite proud of her. My wife had a fit though. She got in an argument about teaching her guy chores. That she is too young, even though the other 2 kids started before she age. I told her that she needs to stop babying her, and that she needs to know how things work. But then she called me a jerk and left. So, am I the idiot? Also, yes, the guys can do household chores. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. Am I the idiot for teaching my daughter guy chores and telling my wife to stop babying her? I may be a jerk, since it's not normal stuff to teach girls. OP also tell us. Info, have you also taught the boys how to cook and clean? I taught them laundry, my wife did the cooking lesson, I suck at it. We teach kids based on our strengths. Have you made certain that all kids spend the same time with all the chores? Do the guys have to do, quote, women's work? Or do the girls have to clean, babysit, cook and do outside work? Surveys show girls get more chores. Our chore chart is split evenly. It is random, so no one is doing the same thing. I will have to throw her in the grass rotation now. OP also shared this about his daughter. She actually started help when she was 10. Nothing crazy, but her being small sure helped getting to look under the car. She was a great help when we had a rattle. Bolt got knocked out. And he also says, no one wants to mow the lawn, still need to know who to do it. You never know where you will end up in life, and grass is everywhere. Well, clearly not the idiot, OP. OP has done nothing wrong, his daughter can only benefit from these lessons. He's not exploiting her or anything like that, just teaching her how to take care of herself. In my opinion, OP's wife is overreacting for no reason. Maybe she thinks girls and boys should do housework, but only boys should do manual labor, which is stupid. Well, I don't know, but OP definitely wasn't a jerk in this situation, he is just being a good dad. And what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think OP is in the wrong here? Or do you think he is doing the right thing? Now let's go to the comments. I wish my father had taught me, quote, guy chores. Not the idiot. Not having to depend on a man to do basic household stuff is a godsend. Not the idiot. Teaching girls how to change tires and fix plumbing issues, or mowing their own grass, is beneficial to them later in life. Not having to be reliant on a man. Teaching young men to do laundry, or sew, or teaching them how to cook, makes them better all-around people. Your wife is wrong, as she's willing to allow the girls to be reliant on men. A self-sufficient person is a more desirable person, and they'll have a better grasp on real adversity later in life. Not the idiot. Guy chores? Give me a break. Chores are chores, and everyone needs to know how to do all of them. Not the idiot, but I hope the boys are also being taught to cook and clean, and that household chores are split among them too. They need to know those things too. Not the idiot, you are teaching her how to manage her own household. I don't mow these days, but I absolutely can. And that matters. Just like boys need to be taught laundry and cooking, because they need the skills. Full stop. And what do you think of these stories? What would you do if you were in any of these situations? What advice would you give them? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.